Picking up the white pistol. 50 IQ. Texting your girlfriend back in the pregame lobby. Now that's a 100 IQ play. Just kidding. I know you didn't text back. Eating food with auto run enabled. 150 IQ. Today we're visiting plays that are 200 IQ, which doesn't exist until now. Watch until the end to increase your intelligence by 0.001%, and if you don't subscribe, Einstein's ghost will haunt your dreams. That guy's pretty smart, so you don't want him in your head. Number 10, the door play. Kicking things off with our first 200 IQ play comes to us from Reddit as two players start a fight in Happy Hamlet. The player in this entry starts getting shot at and immediately boxes up in a 1x1 for protection. Noticing he didn't exactly have enough mats to try and build battle his opponent, he has an absolutely mind-boggling idea in how to best take down the enemy. As you can see, that little edit to then jumping onto the door was genius. It was great at letting him keep his health and shields at full. To be fair, it wasn't overly flashy, but it's a simple enough trick where most anyone could pick it up and it would improve their gameplay. With us Fortnite players constantly changing up how we play the game, it's nice to learn some new tricks like this. Number 9, Bugha didn't even see you. Blink and you'll miss this next one. This clip is from World Cup winner Bugha while he was playing some squads. He's just going for a limbs and playing with his team when he runs out of a room in the Mega Mall area on the Chapter 1 map. As he runs out, he chops at the statue to his right, but didn't manage to catch the red-nosed raider on the other one. The raider is literally just emoting next to him as Bugha runs in to finish off a player. Then you can see him standing still as a cactus while he runs on by. The giveaway here should have been the sound effects the emote makes when you're doing it, but even that didn't tip off Bugha. Imagine if the guy eliminated him as he ran past. That would make this clip even more comedy gold. But in at number 8, we've got the 200 IQ Snowman Rebuy. With this next clip, it reminds me to keep my eyes on those sneaky snowmen. This player honestly had this poor opponent playing a game of Guess Who. He just keeps tossing down snowman after snowman until it's a winter wonderland, before finally hopping in one and sticking the respawn on his fallen teammate. The most tragic part is just how close the enemy player shooting at them was to actually getting them. They shot out all but one of the snowmen, and of course that was the one he didn't shoot at. It helped that he was hiding behind the reboot van though. If I were the enemy, I would be paranoid for weeks every time I saw a snowman. Not to mention, he still would have survived the sniper because you get shielded by the snowman. At least they're out of the game now, considering how buggy they got. But number 7 is 200 IQ trap counter. Trap elims might be the most satisfying way to win a fight, but the soccer skin in this next entry might have found something even more satisfying. In this next clip, we see a pretty simple fight in a building within Salty Springs. Our soccer skins put down a ramp, and as a response, the enemy puts a trap below it, then proceeds to shoot him out. Honestly, the thought process that made him move and land on top of that door was so smart. Then landing on his own pyramid just to run into the room and finish off his opponent was the cherry on top. The player who put the trap down must have gotten pretty mad. But what can you do when a sweaty soccer skin comes after you?
Well, actually, Top 5 Gaming, you can leave the game. Nobody said you had to stay in the game in the first place, right?
Number 6, calculated. If you were to tell me this next clip wasn't a 200 IQ play, you'd be lying. All things considered, the Ice King in this clip should not have lived to tell the tale after running into that bathroom. Unfortunately, the Technic skin also decided to run into there to chase the Ice King, and rather than shooting him down with the tac, they decided to throw a nade while in the room. Needless to say, this didn't exactly work out for them, did it? Honestly, I have zero idea how this Ice King managed to make it out of this alive. It just baffles me that they walked into the room they were grenading and then somehow got trapped in there too. I'm gonna assume they were out of ammo on that attack, because if not, I think it's time to try a different game, buddy. Coming in at our number 5 slot, we've got a pretty saucy play from Tfue as he laces a few shots into an enemy while they were moving in a boat. After having his shields cracked, the player bails on his boat and builds up as Tfue begins to approach. Seeing this, Tfue swaps from the passenger seat to the driver's and begins to blast away at his enemy's builds with the boat rockets. Following up and rushing in on the player, his opponent pops into the passenger seat and prepares to take some shots. Tfue, being the technical genius that he is, managed to eject out of the driver's seat and shoot his opponent at the same time. It seems quite simple when you watch it, but the way he reacted that quickly to them jumping on the boat was intense. Then again, when you're one of the best players in the world, I imagine this is just another day in the shop for Tfue. But number 4, this next play might be equal parts genius as well as pure luck, considering how much it hinged on him hitting just the right spot with his impulse grenade. With the final circles closing in, we see our player taking down players with a scar before being melted by the last guy rushing him with the combat shotty. He's low on health, the storm is ticking away at him for damage, and the only thing he could think to do was launch himself with an impulse grenade and make it within the storm. Landing directly on the floor behind his enemy, he shreds their health bar instantly with the compact SMG and secures the win for himself and his teammate. If he was off with his throw, I doubt he would have managed to win the match considering his lack of heals, but credit to the dude because he just went in and got the dub regardless. But number 3 is the Snipe. For number 3 spot, we got a pretty crazy player against a player using the pretty overpowered lightsabers from December. If you played against them, you'll know that with those things, it's pretty easy to get up close and personal against a player by just deflecting their shots with the lightsaber. Well, this player didn't have any problem with their opponent getting nice and close. Rather than looking to build or anything of the sort, the gutsy player decides to look him in with the harpoon gun, drawing him right up next to him before whipping out his sniper and knocking him with a no-scope from point blank. Honestly, this took loads of guts, but to top it off, he actually got the results he wanted, and it looks dope. But number 2 is old but good. Y'all better bust out your calculators for this next entry. For our number 2 slot, we got a player vibing on a rooftop in a team rumble match when he spots a plane coming in hot. Taking note of the plane's direction, he shoots off a snowball with his launcher and manages to not only take down the plane, but the player within as well. The sheer skill required to pull this off is actually monumental, considering the timing you'd need to not only land a hit on a moving plane, but with a snowball launcher to imagine how the poor guy in the plane must have felt after being ambushed by some dude he didn't even know was there. Either way, it's an extremely high Q play, definitely deserving of its spot on our list. But honorable mentions. Honorable mention number 1 is the opposite of 200 IQ, but still hilarious. Before we head into our number 1 slot, we got a couple of honorable mentions to get through. And in the first one, it's actually just the opposite of a smart play. After breaking down the base of a building in Team Rumble, the player we're watching decides to shoot the roof of the building. And well, it doesn't exactly end well for the poor guy. Honorable mention number 2, KingRichard's reaction time is insane. Remember when I said blink and you'll miss it earlier in the video? Well, in this one, you can keep your eyes locked onto the screen and you'll still probably miss it. In the clip, we see KingRichard blow up a player's build with the Snowball Launcher before quick swapping over to the heavy sniper and demolishing his opponent with a headshot. He didn't even stand a chance. After looking over this clip many times, I still have no idea how Richard managed to see him there when he took the shot. That is crazy. But honorable mention number 3, lucky or calculated. Dude jumped at the perfect time. Can we hit the default? You can't tell right now, but I'm about to do the default clap. This last honorable mention might have some of the luckiest timing in all of Fortnite, but maybe it was also a little bit of skill. For this entry, we see the guy getting his build shot out, and he is quickly brought down to low HP. Before long, he gets cornered in a 1-by-1 by his opponents. While breaking down his walls, they shoot a rocket at him, which he somehow manages to rocket ride into an incredible escape. I have zero idea how in the world he managed to get the timing right for the jump and then still not get blown up. But that's something straight out of a spy film. Number 1, old one, but it's crazy. It's number 1, and for it, we've got a pretty old clip for our top pick, but man, is it just wild to watch every single time. We all remember our boy Kevin the Cube from Season 6 and his journey across the Chapter 1 map, so you should remember how shooting him or attempting to damage him would send you absolutely flying. In any event, the sub-commander in the clip certainly knew the power of Kevin and used it to its fullest potential. After not being able to catch a player on the ground with the first few shots of his silenced pistol, which by the way, those things were pretty cool, you remember those, he instead turned his attention to the big purple cube behind the player. After Kevin retaliated and sent the enemy player directly into his build, he was quickly taken out with a shotgun blast from point blank. I would have never thought to do this in a million years, so it's pretty nice to see what you can achieve if you just use your brain. Stop panicking on the battlefield. You got this. I believe in you. Get out there and start using that noggin for some 200 IQ plays. And while we're at it, use your brain and use code T5G, because if you don't, remember, Einstein will haunt your dreams. It's like the Flying Dutchman, but instead it's Einstein. And he's pretty smart, so I can imagine his idea of a nightmare would be pretty dark. We're not going to get into that, but what we are going to get into it is this video on screen that you can click right now. There's an annotation. Go and check it out. We are heading over there and checking out that video. Let's do it, boys. I will see you over there. I love you. Smash like. Peace.